this right here is a very interesting team this year, considering the passing of Mike Leach. And it was another coach that had passed last year as well. I can't remember exactly. It was one of the player coaches or something. But so a lot going on over here. These type of teams can get up and play for this type of stuff. I'm sure some of these games are going to have tributes or all kinds of stuff going on. So it's going to be a tricky team to bet on, I would say, overall, considering all the changes and the turmoil that happened over here. Now, they bring in first-year coach Zach Arnett. Last year, they was 9-4, 4-4 in the conference. Basically, his first year here, he's getting back. Well, it's not his first year here, but his first year as head coach. He was actually
interim.
Yeah, interim coach. That and that plays right along into the whole thing of the coaches. I mean, the players and stuff feeling some type of way. That guy came in, won the bowl game, and it's one of those spots. We've seen this a bunch of times in college football. Doesn't work, not at a high rate, but they'll beat a big team or something. You don't know what can happen with this type of setup right here. They get 8 on offense, 4 on defense, and he picks up 11 transfers this year. Let's try to jump right. I'm trying to speed this up a little bit. We're going to jump right over into the offense right here. So points per game last year, they ranked 47. Running the ball, they were 128. And passing the ball, they were 11. This year, they returned Will Rogers. He's Phil Steele's number 58 quarterback. But they also have a new offensive look with the offensive coordinator, Kevin Barbay, who came from App State. So it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough right here. What do you think? What do you think is gonna happen, Big Regular?
Oh man, I gotta retract something I said earlier when I was talking about the player that played for Alabama, Nathaniel Watson. It wasn't Alabama, it was Mississippi State. So the kid from Alabama, my bad on that one, guys. I apologize for that. The kid from Alabama, his name was Kool-Aid McKinstry. That's my favorite name in college football. But he was the guy that was a DB. The guy that plays for Mississippi State, that was the guy I was talking about on the Alabama side. It was Nathaniel Watson. He's a stud. He's a stud. That's the kid. I apologize for that earlier, guys. But anyways,
I got him right there in the middle. Nathaniel Watson,
14, middle linebacker. I was calling him a DB. He's the guy. He was the guy that I was talking about earlier. But anyways, to get back on track with the what's going on fully with the squad here. Yeah, I mean, they're picking up the pieces from last year with Leach. Like big shoes to fill, and now like you said, we've seen it happen before in college football where these coaches have kind of stepped into those type roles, and he's just got to kind of pick up. I mean, Will Rogers, he's the guy. He's the guy that's going to guide the ship. He's a Heisman type candidate quarterback, and I think if with Barbary coming in, from App State, we know what they did at App State with that offense. With McCall over there, he had a nice look. With that offensive program, whether that translates in the SEC from that's a big jump for him also, but he's probably going to figure things out. So I expect them to be a little bit down. I hope Will Rogers has a good, solid year. I think they're going to have to rely on the running game a lot to help him out, to kind of get things going there. But overall, I think, they're probably going to be kind of like, where Mississippi's at. They're going to be in that same boat with a little less potency on the offense, but a little bit better defensively over here. This team is built well defensively, so I think that's going to help support the offense. And like I say, watch this kid Watson. He's a special player, so he'll be all over the field. He'll be playing on Sundays. So I think they're going to have their work cut out for him offensively, with the new OC. But they'll establish things. It might take them a little bit. I mean, they have a pretty decent first couple of games to get going. Then they hit, like we say, the meat and potatoes. You got LSU, South Carolina, Alabama. It's going to be tough sledding there. And then they catch a little bit of a break there, and then they towards the end of the season they might catch somewhat of a little bit of break, but not much. But anyways, early on, the first couple games, they'll get to figure things out, and then it gets a little tough, and then they catch a little breather, and it gets tough again. So we'll see. I think defensively it'll be okay. Offensively, they're gonna be up against it just a little bit early on, just to figure things out.
Yeah, Zach basically was the defensive coordinator. He moves over to head coach, moves the linebacker coach Matt Brock, first time coaching over as a defensive coordinator. So that's going to be exciting, but they only returning 4, so that's weird. Plus 11 transfers to fill in some shoes. So it's going to be, like you said, a great defense over there, but we don't really know what the offense is. Because not only are they moving over to a new offensive coordinator, I mean, they're moving over to a whole system. And not only that, Mike Leach had a complex system. He was one of those like contemporary coach. I'm pretty sure the recruitment that's there doesn't align with the offense that they're going to be played. You're going to go from because Mike Leach was kind of a pass first guy. So now you got your offensive line going from pass first to run blocking. So it's, that's a whole different approach towards doing things. So that's going to be tough for him. And this is the team that has the 8 home games for the season, although they do have to see LSU, Bama, Arkansas, Texas A&M, and even South Carolina could give these guys problems. So, like I said, the work is cut out for Mississippi State. My betting tip on this one is look for the under in this one. They're going to be relying on the defense, going to be a slow developing offense. Like they said, they're going from pass first to run first. So unders, we should be able to slide in there this year. And they're going at 6.5 wins. For some weird reason, I think they could do it. You're going to get some type of energy out of them with the 8 home games. Mike Leach being gone, these guys knew this guy. We might get a couple wins in there that we weren't expecting. They playing Southeastern Louisiana, they could do that. Arizona, they could do that. LSU, even though it looks like it could be a tough game and they may be outmatched, but the coaching, how does Kelly prepare for this? This is, last year Kelly was in their shoes and was the unknown coach. Now Zach Arnett is the unknown coach on what he's going to do. So that gives them an option of maybe spoiling it for LSU. I don't think they can spoil it for Bama, but they've been in the past able to give them problems. They got a win versus Western Michigan. We spoke about Arkansas, so they're about neck and neck. They got a possible win right there. Auburn's going to be in the down season. That's another possible win. They rank right along with Kentucky, and they play them at home. That's a possible win. Texas A&M, they'll play them at the tail end of the season. We'll know if Texas A&M is real or not. So if Texas A&M is real, they'll probably lose. But if Texas A&M doesn't do nothing with all that experience, then it could play down a little right there. And then they got a chance to win Southern Miss, and those are in-home rivalries. They got a chance to win all those too. So I think 6.5 is a short number, and I think Mississippi State might be able to get over that.
Yeah, they're gonna have to beat Mississippi on that Thursday Thanksgiving. That's Thanksgiving, by the way, too. They're gonna have to beat Mississippi that game, and they're gonna have to steal one from either A&M or South Carolina on the road. They do that,
yeah,
count the money.
Yep. But let's go ahead and take another trip. It's time.